usually when the density is hard like a rock, it's the more we are resistant to it. And if it's a liquid, then, there's a little bit more give. And if it turns into a gas, it shows that we're improving our relationship with it by having less resistance. So I'm curious, when you had it turn a little bit harder at the end, I'm curious if there was a thought that might have spontaneously occurred for you that then added a little bit of resistance to your experience. Can you remember? That makes absolute sense. So the more we're clearing the top layers of an experience, we can find those, layers that were covered up start to arise. And then maybe that was what was hard that came up. So that is really great. I also want to clarify that if an emotion is getting larger, but the density is decreasing, that's still a positive sign that we're going in the direction of reducing resistance. And if an emotion is getting smaller and the density is decreasing, that's also a positive sign. Now, if it's getting smaller and the density is increasing, it's getting harder, then either we had a thought, like what I asked you, like something that suddenly caused resistance, or it's something deeper that got uncovered that is now being shown. But these are some of the ways you can objectively measure what your resistance level is like within your experience and if the techniques are working. So if you do a technique and then it's suddenly harder and it feels like it was the same feeling, it's not another feeling below that came up, then it means, oh, well, that technique didn't work for me. I had some resistance arise with that technique, or something about that did not feel like it met me where I needed to be met. And then we try something else. And then if it gets lighter, okay, so whatever we did in that technique seems to be what I needed. Well, maybe that technique is one where we start questioning assumptions. And if the feeling gets lighter, then you can pretty much deduce, okay, I guess I was assuming something. And so that's why that technique worked.